What's up, everybody? Fins Fanatic here. I'm back with another video. I know it's been a little while. I know y'all been missing me. At least I hope so. But anyways, back with another video, man. Big news. It's Monday, start of the work week. Everybody's excited, right? I don't know about it. I don't know how I'm excited to the start of this work week with all the news that we're going to discuss today. Oh, man. I'm sure you guys have been paying attention the same way that I have. I mean, crazy stuff, right? You've got Christian Wilkins going to go get that bag. You got Robert Hunt going to go get that bag. You got Van Ginkel going to the Vikings. That was interesting. And then we got Jones, safety, checking out, going to go play with the Broncos. Should be interesting. There's so much to talk about, really. I mean, where do you guys want to start? I mean, losing Christian Wilkins, like I've said a lot in my videos before, I was really hoping that was something that we could avoid. I was really hoping that was something that we could make work. I really like what he brought to the team. I really like his efforts. He bet on himself this year and played a great season. And in turn, we're seeing the fruits of his labor right in front of us. Unfortunately, not with us. I don't know if that's much to Grier's doing. I could be very frustrated right now, but I'm just going to wait. I'm going to at least see what happens in the next couple of days and play it cool. I really am hoping that Derrick Henry somehow finds his way to the Miami Dolphins. But if I had to guess where he's going to go, I think he's going to go to the Dallas Cowboys. It just kind of makes sense right now. It's one of those things where, I heard something about him having buying a house or something like that out in Texas. That should be interesting. But I also heard he has a house in Miami. So that's also funny as well. It's one of those things where, you can only dream, right? I'm just a fan from the outside looking in. My opinion is that Derrick Henry is a must. I know y'all are going to say, oh, wait, we have A-Chain, we have Mostert, we have this, we have that. I get that. I understand that. It's not about that. It's about taking something and turning it into something that you want. Not what you have, but what you want. What you want is to put fear in the defense. What you want is to stiff arm cornerbacks, the best cornerback, onto the ground and put his face mask in the dirt. You know what I mean? You want to truck that linebacker. That's the heart of the defense. You want the defense to plan for one guy, but have multiple guys. Right now we have Jalen Waddle. We have Tyreek Hill. We just got a new tight end, Jonnu. We have Mostert. We have Achane. And if you add Derrick Henry, teams were already making a preparation for one guy when they played against the Titans to begin with. Now, just imagine you add that dynamic to the Miami Dolphins. You talk about short yards, run. I mean, oh, man. I'm trying to stay positive, so I'm getting off of us losing our players just because, I mean, it's said and done. They signed over to a new team. I don't want to dwell too much in the past. I mean, you can watch past videos to find out how I feel about those guys, especially Van Ginkel. That one really hurt the soul. I just felt like he was a good player as well that we could have retained and for a small amount of money. But obviously we seem to have other plans, or we don't have the money to have plans at all, and we're just kind of having to take it. It could be one of those things as well. But I'm trying to stay optimistic. It's hard because of what I've just seen today in the first couple of hours of the tampering. But nonetheless, we got the draft coming up, training camp. It should get interesting. It should be fun. I mean, it really is. It's a tough year in the off season to be a Dolphins fan this year, I feel like, but it's one of those situations where you have no choice. At least I don't, because I'm a faithful Dolphins fan. So no matter how much I get frustrated, no matter how bad we do, I'll always be looking forward to the next season and the one after that and the one after that. I'm always going to be rooting for the Dolphins. So it's just a stepping stone. It's just unfortunate that, two guys like that just had to walk out, There was options of franchise tag, but we're negative in the cap, so how can we really afford that? We must have not believed that he was really going to be able to go out there and get that money, or maybe we did and we just played it how we played it as far as to the media goes when we had interviews with our coach and our GM, Christian Wilkins said that he earlier in the year that, he doesn't really handle contracts. That's what he pays his agent for. So, one of those, what do? You just have to sit back as a fan and just, take the good with the bad. And that's where we're at right now. I thought that losing Van Ginkel and Christian Wilkins, that's not going to help. But at pick 21, the way that the draft is going to work this year, I'm honestly still kind of optimistic. The only crappy part is that we're not able to retain Hunt. So that's one gone. Connor Williams is hurt. So what do we do at 21? Now that we lost Wilkins, now that we lost Van Ginkel, what are we going to do here? I think it's pretty out in the open that, with those losses, holes need to be filled, right? I mean, we can all say that, whether it be in the draft or whether it continue to happen in free agency. These holes need to be filled. I mean, we scored with Zach Sealer based off the fact that we were able to get him into a contract. And for the cheap, really, if you look at the market right now, I mean, his numbers were very similar to Wilkins, and now we have him on our team. So I'm trying to take the good with the bad. I'm trying to look at things for the good and not so much the bad. But unfortunately, there's one guy that makes the decisions around here, and that's Chris Grier. And then, we have our owner, but those two are one and the same. So, the longer Greer's around, the more we'll see his effects, to say the least. Because I don't want to jump the gun, but I don't feel like he's the guy for us. But, he's done some things that are quite interesting and have brought us the most exciting football from a Miami Dolphins organization in a very long time. So I don't want to throw salt on his name or anything like that, but we got to get through this free agency, right? We gotta see what happens with the NFL draft. It sucks. We've only got a couple of picks this year. The following year it's a different story. So, like I said, I'm a fan of the Miami Dolphins. So I'm prepared for next year. I'm prepared for the year after that. I'm excited. I'm always excited. Just because they're gone and we lost what we lost doesn't mean it's over, because until I die, it's not over. I'll always be excited for the Miami Dolphins. I'm just excited, truthfully. As sad as I am, as hurt as I am, I'm always excited, because when talent leaves, that makes room for more, for reinforcements, hopefully. And I'm just excited to see what we're going to do. It's interesting. Pick 21. Do we move back? Do we stay there? Now with what we have going on, like I said earlier, I think it opens up the ideas of what is to come in the draft. I don't think there's very much guessing. A lot of people are actually, Dolphins Nation are thinking that it wouldn't surprise them if we went wide receiver 3. You know what I mean? At 21. But I'll be honest with you. It seems like the no-brainer at 21 is offensive lineman, defensive tackle, inside linebacker, with Van Ginkel departing, Jerome Baker out of here, and Christian Wilkins out of here. I mean, it's one of those situations where, like I said, Robert Hunt and Connor Williams down. I mean, you have no choice. You can go anywhere in your heart, but it doesn't make sense to, in my opinion, to go anywhere outside of those 3 positions: offensive lineman, defensive tackle, inside linebacker. Unless God himself comes out of the earth at 21 and says, hey, I'm going to lead you guys to the championship. I don't see any other choice, It's just that we have holes that we need to fill. And being that we still have the same offense, we have that. It's just moving forward. What can we do? What are we going to do with the time to come? That'll be interesting, right? I'm curious to guys what you guys think. What do you guys think that we should do? What are your feelings on what just happened? I mean, really, it sucks. I know that all of us true Dolphins fans really love Christian Wilkins, and we really like Van Ginkel. Um, I know for me and my dad, man, that was just one of those things where, it hurt. Wilkins was one, but then Van Ginkel was the nail in the coffin. That was a very, very heartfelt move, to say the least. And it didn't sit very well with me. I was very frustrated, especially for the amount of money that he went for, because I felt like he was a little bit more deserving than that. Um, I didn't see why we couldn't do anything, but I'm not a cap specialist. I'm not a guy in the front office. I'm just spectating, wondering what's going to happen and giving my speculation on the situation, just like everybody else. And, with that being said, it was a great video. Good talking to you guys. Hope you guys had fun. Till next time, fins up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Smash that. Let's go.